angel of the Lord declared unto Mary,
And she conceived by the Holy Spirit.
Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with you. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb, Jesus.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen.
Behold, the handmaid of the Lord.
Be done unto me according to your word.
Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with you. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb, Jesus.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen.
And the Word was made flesh.
And dwelt among us.
Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with you. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb, Jesus.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen.
Pray for us, O Holy Mother of God.
That we may be made worthy of the promises of Christ.
Let us pray.
Lord, for you beseech you, O Lord, your grace into our hearts, that we, to whom the incarnation of Christ, your Son, was made known with the message of an angel, may by his passion and cross be brought to the glory of his resurrection, through the same Christ our Lord. Amen.
Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit.
As it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end. Amen.
Lahat ng drama, tawanan, balita at all-time favorite music hits. Sa lungkot at ligaya, kami pa rin ang inyong kasama. We're the place where you truly belong. Mula sa TVH Group of Networks, ito ang inyong himpilan. Ito ang inyong tahanan. Number 1 sa Mega Manila.
Love songs, straight from the heart. A Dream Car Soulmate Sonata.
My pledge of love cannot be broken. Got to let you know that I love you. When the days of
Your greatest love songs on New Time Slot, 1 to 2:30 in the afternoon. Every Saturday at Soulmate Sonata. Join Dream Car Karaoke and your favorite love songs only here on Soulmate Sonata. Every Saturday from 1 to 2:30 in the afternoon on Cool FM. Ang inyong himpilan, ang inyong tahanan. Number 1 sa Mega Manila.
And here we are. It is now 6:06 p.m. Philippine Standard Time, and this is Asphere's Cafe.
Alright.
Akala ko, my God, sorry, nag-ayos ako sa pambira kayo.
I made it clear that my show's okay. You didn't.
I didn't realize Kasi
Because there's no cool news. There's no cool news. There's no cool news. I swear, there's no cool news
30
until
minutes kasi ano ko nga kaya 30 minutes may 30 minute interval din. Wala na ubos na tuloy yung aking ano
let
mga
me
tissue.
explain. Let me explain. Let me explain.
Sige
So
lang, sige lang.
let me explain. So
Gulat lang ako.
okay, let me explain. All right, let me explain. Steven.
Okay, sige, sige.
Okay. Okay. Right. All right. So if you want to know why the show starts earlier than 6:30 p.m., that is because there's no cool news at 6. I mean, when
Okay.
cool news at 6 returns, we will be doing it. We will be reverting back to 6:30 p.m. again.
Okay.
That's why I don't want to like waste that time slot. That's why. So that's why I so that's why until cool news returns, I have or further decided that my show starts at 6 p.m. until 8.
Okay.
So,
Understandable.
so I wonder why you were I was setting up by the way, I was setting up the how do I say this? I was
Kasi
setting up
akala ko may additional 6:30 para may time ka makapag-prepare mentally sa hapon.
I have already
Kasi usual na SOP natin 1 hour and 30 minutes ang runtime natin. Gulat ako pambihirang 'yan.
I mean to be fair, I have
Oh,
time to prepare already a while ago. I have all of the articles already prepared. And by the way, Dreamcar is not around tonight because he is going to be busy with his project. So good luck to you, Dreamcar, on your project.
okay, sige.
But yeah, sorry, I should not be speaking Tagalog on my show. But yeah, what brings you here tonight, by the way?
Wala lang just ano, 'di ba? Ako magfi-fill in para kay kay Dream Car. At saka I have so much time. Yun nga, yun nga. Yun nga mga kaibigan. I have so much to feel for the
And by the way, just before we start with by the way, just before we start, I would like to inform right now that I don't think there will be next program after this because the host of Hangout Momon is busy with his stuff. So am I right? Am I right? Did I hear that right? That Momon will
okay
be
lang. Okay lang.
Did I hear that right? That Momon will be
Kung gusto niyo mga kaibigan, totoy na naman 8 to 10.
uh
Pwede naman. Kung
well
gusto nyo.
I mean it should start at 9 p.m. instead if that's what you want because I mean there's no point in doing that filling in the show if you don't have any topics to discuss.
Oo.
So yeah. Okay. With that, let me do the proper introduction. So, good day everyone and welcome to Asphere's Cafe. Today is 14th of 14th of March 2025. And yes, I am finally back. I haven't had time to do my show yesterday, but it feels good to be back here doing my show since I had a long hours long call with my fellow buddies yesterday. So that's why I didn't get a chance to host my show, but I still got a chance to also. But I still managed to monitor Cool FM primetime shows, of course. So yeah, as a TOC person, I still have the opportunity to monitor Cool FM primetime shows. Okay, so now since Dreamcore is not here and we do have a guest host tonight, that is Steven. Good evening.
Good evening. At syempre, good evening natin si Kaysan muli siyang archives dito. Good evening sa so yung tanghali ni tanghali tuloy. Naman LA time. Ito New York time. Good evening sa inyo. Is na grabe. Grabe yung mainit kanina sa Valenzuela.
I swear, Steven, it's very hot here. I try to nap. I can't. It's so sweaty. I can feel the sweat. It's so hot.
Ito na ba yung literal na trophy ko sa Metro Manila?
Like the heat index is not great in our area right now. So yeah, I can't say summer is coming already. It's summer
Okay.
season. It's already summer season. All right.
Okay.
All right. So let's begin with a round of tech news as we are heading over to The Verge tonight. So let's get into that right now. Okay, here we go. Give me 1 second here. All right. So here is the first one, and that this time is about the Google Chrome and uBlock Origin. Now, you may be wondering that what the heck is happening with my app blocker? Well, if you are using uBlock Origin or any other app blocker on Google Chrome, well, we got some bad news. So it looks like Google has put that nail in the coffin as they are now disabling the extension, and are now recommending you to remove the extension. So let's begin. Google is disabling the original uBlock Origin app blocker for more Chrome browser users, alongside other extensions that are no longer supported as the browser mitigates, or sorry, as the browser migrates to its new extension specification, 25v3. According to Google, the new standard aims to improve privacy and security, but also removes a feature that some app blocking extensions rely on to work. A compromise that Mozilla is unwilling to make for its own Firefox browser. Users online are reporting on Reddit and X that Chrome is removing outdated extensions. In Chrome, a notification window will appear underneath the Extensions tab on the browser taskbar with a message encouraging users to remove the impacted add-on, saying it has been turned off and it's no longer supported. Well, two buttons are available that allow users to either quickly delete or manage their extensions. So Google's uBlock Origin based on Chromium-based browsers began in October, but started to have a wider impact in recent weeks. Beeping Computer has also reported that extensions on staffers' devices are being turned off, and Forge staffers have seen similar updates on our own machines. These changes come as Google migrates Chrome away from the now defunct Manifest V2 specification. Support is being killed not just for uBlock Origin, but for any extension that hasn't or is unable to update to Manifest V3. uBlock Origin users can switch to uBlock Origin Lite, which has more limited filtering capabilities than its predecessor due to Manifest V3's app blocking restrictions. Chrome won't be the only service that affected by the Manifest V3 rollout. Offering other Chromium-based web browsers like Microsoft Edge are also losing V2 support, and Brave says it can only offer limited support once all Manifest V2 items are removed from the Chrome Web Store. Mozilla says that Firefox will continue offering both extension specifications, however, potentially giving uBlock Origin users a new browser to relocate to. So, in my in my case, I believe that people are gonna flock over to Firefox or even Brave for continued
Brave
app block.
browser na yan. Brave browser na yan.
But yeah, so I honestly, as a person who used to use Chrome before, um, I mean, it's very sad that they're 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 getting rid of the app logging extensions, especially now that the world of advertisements are full of malicious and even NSFW ads. Thank you r/YouTube for that. But yeah, now app blocking is essential as we speak because ads can be dangerous sometimes, and this is why I always use ad block every time I browse the internet, or every time I always use browse the internet. I always use Brave browser nowadays. So if you are one of the affected users, I suggest you should start switching to alternative browsers. I mean, I would recommend Brave because I have been using Brave since last year. I do not regret using it, and I don't feel like I will be switching back to Microsoft Edge anytime soon, since Microsoft Edge is also getting rid of Manifest V2 support, and yeah, app blocking on Microsoft Edge is out of the question. Now, let's read the comments. What do they say about this one? Well. B, who is a subscriber of The Verge, said, I have got a two extension combo in Safari that blocks everything from better ads to YouTube video ads. I haven't seen an ad on my Mac in over a year, and it's like 90% effective at YouTube on mobile Safari, which blocks the ad, but you still have to tap the skip button. I don't know why anyone uses Chrome. It's such a user hostile browser. Oh, do you? I don't know, but I believe Steven is gonna speak in his native language. But do you agree that Chrome is a user hostile browser? In your own words, do you agree?
Chrome Chromium browsers has many flavors, but in the case of Google Chrome as the proprietary browser, um, it has so many risks. Pero ano ginagawa din naman pero if you're really anti ads at saka ano pro privacy, Brave is still the way.
That well said. Very well said. DJ Stevens. So because Brave Brave is the browser that works for me. I do not believe that that this is the best browser, but it works. It works. That's all I can say. It works. What else do we have here? Larry from Ghost Browser. Okay, interesting. Never heard of Ghost Browser. Let me just search that up. Oh, okay. So this one is basically based on Chromium, but it's aimed for tech pros, or I should say tech enthusiasts. So yeah, very interesting how how Ghost Browser looks like. And apparently they're also doing a sidebar feature, which is very interesting too. Okay, so what else do we have here? Um, they got weird crypto features. Just turn it off because you don't need our crypto features. Honestly, just hide it. You don't really need it. Pi hole, good idea. You can also do the pi hole too. You can also do the pi hole as well. Good. You will watch ads. Consume. That's not the case for me because I have a YouTube premium subscription. I don't watch ads. I don't. If it's outside YouTube, I have ad blocking. So no problems. I don't have to worry. Except on my phone, of course, because on my phone, well, I do have to say I haven't used DNS blocking in such a long time, so that's why I still get advertisements whenever I listen to online radio station that is Cool FM on online radio box. I always see lawn ads, so that's why I still get these type of ads. So no, not surprising at all. The vacation will continue until moral improves. That is sadly true because if you don't know what that definition means, it means that the border companies like Microsoft and Google are making a product worse for their own benefit. Do you think this is the same, right, DJ Steven?
Interesting. Di naman ako magbabayad ng Verge eh.
I mean, I mean, that term and vacation, right? Like basically, the companies making their products for their own benefit. I mean, I don't know if I got it right, but basically that's what this term means. So this is exactly true. All right, so that's the manifest V2 and Google Chrome, and yep, goodbye. It's a really goodbye for the app logging. So if you are embracing for this change, I mean, if you are embracing for this change as an Android person, well, good for you. Well, if you are app locking enthusiast, or if you are the person who really dislike advertisements, it's now the time to switch to other browsers. And meanwhile, it looks like that YouTube is stepping up its efforts to sell you other streaming service. And this is going to apply in the US at least. So YouTube is preparing a big redesign of its TV app that will make it look more like Netflix, according to a report from The Information. The new design, which is expected to launch in the next few months, will reportedly display paid content from various streaming services on the homepage. YouTube currently lets you explore shows and movies from services like Paramount Plus, which shows Paramount content, Max, which shows HBO and Max content, and Crunchyroll, which shows anime content, as part of the Primetime Channels feature that it rolled out in 2022. Similar to the setup on Amazon's Prime Video, you can select and subscribe to these third-party services through YouTube, all while the platform gets a cut of the payment. However, you can only access this content through the Movies and TV tab of the YouTube app, which the information says makes it harder for users to find. YouTube also reportedly stopped adding new services to its primetime offering as it struggled with integrating paid content into its homepage. But now the company aims to solve this by putting paid subscriptions on the app's homepage. It will also give creators the ability to display their videos in seasons, something it announced it would start letting creators do on their channels, as well as play previews of shows automatically, the information reports. So, Kurt Wilms, YouTube's senior director of product management, told the information the vision is that when you come to our TV app and you're looking for a show, it'll just blind away whether that show is from a primetime channel or that show is from a creator. So the company has made some notable design tweaks to its TV app over the past year and announced last month that TVs have become the primary device people use to watch YouTube. So basically, the last line is very true because if you don't know what that means, yes, more and more, more and more and more and more and more and more and more people are watching YouTube on their TVs nowadays, since more people are buying smart TVs and even streaming devices that work with their old non-smart TVs. So it makes sense. People are preferring to watch YouTube on their TVs more than ever. So yeah, it makes sense. So and for this one, I can say that for now it's going to be a US only content. So I do not see that coming to my YouTube homepage unless I hook up a VPN, of course. So there you go. Other than that, I this is going to be good for those who are into Netflix, and potentially if they're looking for a show to watch directly from a YouTube app and they want to hop over, like let's say if you want to watch Solo Leveling from Crunchyroll, you can launch it directly on from YouTube's TV homepage. It's confident, right? So I believe this is going to execute well. So let's say, yeah, good luck on that one. And before we continue with the AI related news, we are going to have an ad break. So it is now 6:43 p.m. as we will return with more coffee sessions right here on Asphere's Coffee. But before that, this program is sponsored by Asphere's Aircon, tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus, and FBS Cup Pinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's called Pinoy Coffee. We will be right back.
This program was brought to you by TLX Karaoke, ang tunay na karaoke ng bayan. Asphere's Aircon, tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus. And Capinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Capinoy Coffee from FES Manufacturing Corporation.
Dream Car Karaoke po. Tuwing pagising mo sa umaga, kailangan mo ng kapeng gigisingin ka sa tapang at sarap. Kaya lumipat na ako sa bagong kape ng bayan.
Tikman ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Capinoy Coffee. Gawa sa purong Arabica at Robusta mula sa pinakamainit na puso ng Pilipinas. Pinili mabuti at inihanda ng may pagmamalasakit.
Tama-tama lang ang tapang at sarap. O mga Kapinoy, subukan nyo ng tikman ang lasa ng bayan.
Tikman na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Capinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Capinoy Coffee.
Capinoy Coffee, masarap na coffee. If it's coffee, it's Capinoy Coffee.
Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Creme. Bili na sa inyong mga suking tindahan.
Mga Kapinoy, tikman nyo na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Capinoy Coffee. Tamang-tama lang tapang at sarap ng kape na tiyak na magigising ka. Kaya subukan na ang bagong Capinoy Coffee. Also available, Capinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Cream mula sa FBS Manufacturing Corporation. Ang tunog ng immunity na hirap lumaban sa sipon.
Matagal gumaling sa sipon symptoms. Matagal gumaling sa sipon symptoms.
Versus immunity na nag-Neozep Z Plus Forte, now with zinc.
Pinalakas laban sa sipon virus. Pinalakas laban sa sipon virus. Pinalakas laban sa sipon virus. Pinalakas!
Sa Neozep Z Plus Forte with zinc, pinalakas ang immunity versus previous formulation para bilis galing sa sipon symptoms by 2 to 3 days with proper diet and exercise. Kaya balik saya sa mga gusto mong gawin.
Alagang Unilab yan.
Phenylephrine HCl plus chlorpheniramine maleate plus paracetamol plus zinc is the generic name of Neozep Z Plus Forte. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Tuhod. Siko. Baywa. Aray! Pag laging pasan ang sakit sa kasukasuan, sign na yan ng arthritis o joint deterioration. Karaniwan kapag nagkakaedad na. Kailangan ng tibay at ginhawang makakapitan. Kaya ng artrisin yan. May undenatured type 2 collagen at methylsulfonyl methane na maaaring makatulong protektahan ang kalusugan ng kasukasuan. Make the right move. Uminom ng artrisin araw-araw. Mabibili ang artrisin sa mga leading drugstores nationwide. Mahalagang paalala, ang artrisin ay hindi gamot at hindi maaaring gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Hanap mo ba ang perfect na pambaon sa eskwela o sa office? Tara na sa Cindy's Bakery at balik-balikan ang swak sa sarap na bread varieties tulad ng ube at cheesy ensaymada, custard surprise, cheese roll, choco bar at marami pang iba. Tara na sa Cindy's. Savor great moments sa Cindy's.
Sa panahon ngayon, ikaw ba'y sigurado? Ikaw ba'y protektado? Ang pamilya ay i-shield mo. Laban sa bakterya, i-shield mo. Laban ng pating virus, i-shield mo.
Shield Bath Soap. Patay ang 99.9% of bacteria and virus tested. Bilib ang mga eksperto sa Philippine Nurses Association.
Sa sakit protektado, i-shield mo. Pamilya'y protektado, i-shield mo.
Shield Bath Soap, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS.
Nature Soya Coffee. May genistein at nidecin na anti-cancer substance. Nature Soya Coffee. Tinutunaw ang mga mayoma, goiter, tumor at cysts. Nature Soya Coffee. Ang kape para sa inyong kalusugan.
Miss, pabili ng Farex B.
Farex B ha? Ayoko ng iba.
Yung Farex B nga po.
Meron kayong Farex B?
Marami ang umaasa sa akin. Kaya Farex B.
Buong Pilipinas ay far-excited! Hindi nagpapahinto sa ngalay, tusok, manhid sa tulong ng
Farex B, Farex B, far-excited with Farex B.
with proper diet and healthy lifestyle. Farex Vitamin B1, B6, B12.
If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Mula sa number 1, Smart Dishwashing Paste.
Tanggaling-galing mo. Smart dishwashing paste ko. Pritong ulam na masebo, plato at kaldero. Tanggaling for everyday.
Ganyan pag Smart ang dishwashing paste. May double tanggaling formula. Tanggal galing ang sebo at bacteria.
Bahid para walang bahid, linis fantastic sa metal at plastic. Number 1 ko to. Tanggaling-galing mo. Smart dishwashing paste.
Heavy duty linis bawat pahid.
Smart Dishwashing Paste, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS.
Paolo Avellino po. Body pain can stop you from doing your best. Salon Pass with direct ingredient penetration, fast acting within 30 minutes, long-lasting relief up to 8 hours for shoulder, neck, and back pain. Salon Pass.
Methyl salicylate, menthol tocopherol acetate camphor is a generic name of Salon Pass. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Casino Ethyl Alcohol. Sa proteksyon ng pamilya, di kailangang mahal. Casino Ethyl Alcohol kills up to 99.9% of germs based on representative germs tested with good scent sa presyong sulit. Trusted na, save pa sa bulsa. Yes to good vibes. Yes to good scent. Ethyl Alcohol is the generic name of Casino Regular. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
And now we return to Asphere's Cafe. And we are back with Asper's Cafe. It is now 6:31 p.m. as we will continue with the AI related news and of course the smartphone news. So let me prepare my screen share real quick as we will continue. All right, here we go. We got the article up and actually screen share is up now. So let's get into this news for today. And beginning right off the bat, we have T-Mobile. The T-Mobile's parent company making an AI phone with Perplexity Assistant. So what does this mean? Well, the Magenta AI push will also offer Perplexity and other AI apps for existing smartphones on T-Mobile. So Telecom is building a new Perplexity chatbot-powered AI phone. The company's announced at Mobile World Congress in Barcelona today. The new device will be revealed later this year and run Magenta AI, which gives users access to Perplexity Assisted, Google Cloud AI, 11 Labs, interesting, PixArc, and a suite of AI tools. The AI phone concept was first revealed at last year's MWC, which again, MWC by Deutsche Telekom, which is T-Mobile's parent company, as an app-less device primarily controlled by voice that can do things like book flights and make restaurant reservations. The capabilities are like those promised by large action model products, including the Rabbit R1. In the press release, the Deutsche Telekom board member Claudia Nemat says the forthcoming AI phone with Perplexity Assistant can book a taxi and do your shopping without having to switch apps on your phone. Some of the AI tools, including Perplexity's AI-powered search engine, will also be available on other devices using the Min Magenta app. And as a side note, Perplexity also recently launched an Android app for its assistant. Deutsche Telekom hasn't said much else about the AI phone hardware, but the images show something of a budget to mid-range Android device with thick forehead and chin bezels, as well as a pink sleep-wake button. The Deutsche Telekom plans to launch its AI phone in the second half of this year. And this summer, as stated before, the company will add some of the AI features from Google Cloud AI, 11 Labs, and PixArt into the Min Magenta app, which works with other smartphones. So, if I am not mistaken, this one is going to apply for. This is going to apply in Germany first before rolling out to the United States. And 11 Labs, if you are not aware with 11 Labs, yes, they can do AI voice generator. Basically, that's what I just looked up right now. Yes, you can do 11 Labs on your phone. So this is going to be very, very interesting. And yeah, look at that. If you look at this phone, you have a very thick bezel. Oh wow, welcome back, thick bezels. Along with a pink power button, nice one. And yes, obviously it's English because I believe that it's going to be rolled out to Americas after Germany. So I don't know what you say about this one, but do you see this potential? What do you say? Because for me, it's a 50-50.
AI?
AI, look at this. Yeah, AI powerful.
Okay. Parang ano parang parang ano, ang very T-Mobile ang itsura, Magenta AI. Ngayon, hindi na lang ako makarinig about T-Mobile. Pero sige, push nila yan. Ang dami ng mga AI assistant eh. Competition, nag-improve.
Perplexity Assistant, Gemini, Copilot. What else?
Yung ano pa, ayoko na banggitin ulit yung DeepSeek eh. Medyo, very anti-Tiananmen propaganda.
Oh, yes.
Yung Grok pwede pa. Pwede siya pang, yung in terms of engine yan, pwede siya pang pang assistant.
It can work as an assistant, probably.
As a widget, pwede.
As a widget, sure. So yeah, Perplexity Assistant, interesting choice. Google Cloud AI, Gemini is not mentioned, surprisingly. 11 Labs, interesting. We see 11 Labs mentioned because knowing that we just searched up a while ago that they're a company that does AI voice generator. So interesting. So again, for me, I do see a 50-50 being potential, but is it gonna flop? That is what we're going to find out because honestly, most consumers aren't feeling AI hype nowadays. So there you go. So that's AI phone from T-Mobile's parent company called Tush Telecom. And moving on, and this time is with the Apple news, which is the visual intelligence with iPhone 15 Pro getting it with iOS 18.4. So, Apple's latest iOS 18.4 developer beta adds the visual intelligence feature, the company's Google Lens-like tool, to the iPhone 15 Pro and iPhone 15 Pro Max, as reported by 9to5 Mac. Apple had told Daring Fireball that the feature would be coming to those iPhones in a future software update, but didn't say which. Barring any last-minute changes, it now seems like it will be available widely with the official rollout of iOS 18.4, which is expected in April. So, TLDR, Visual Intelligence launched as a feature accessible from the camera control button for the iPhone 16 lineup that debuted in September. Because the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max don't have the camera control button, you will instead be able to use Visual Intelligence through the action button or via Control Center, similar to the newly launched iPhone 16e. According to 9 to 5 Mac, today's iOS 18.4 developer beta 2 update also brings the action button and control center options for visual intelligence to the rest of the iPhone 16 lineup. Honestly, this is very interesting. So you can, if you have iPhone 15 Pro series, or I should say iPhone 15 series or later, you can initiate visual intelligence on your action button, including the iPhone 16. So this is going to be very useful if you know what I mean. So if you don't know how visual intelligence works, well, let me read this for you. So basically, it can identify real world options. So that's how it works. And this was last year. This was announced last year. So basically, that's how visual intelligence works. And now, as we move on, and yes, speaking of the widgets, Google is going to start highlighting apps with widgets. Well, the context, well, there will be a new search filter for widgets, widget gadgets on app detail pages, and a curated ad roll page. So, Google is making some changes to Google Play on Android devices to better highlight apps that include widgets, according to a blog post. The changes include a new search filter for widget, widget badges on app detail pages, and a created editorial page dedicated to widgets. Winka Taiwo Peters um, said in a post, historically, one of the challenges with investing in widget development has been discoverability and user understanding. He also said, you have asked for better ways for users to find and utilize your widgets, and we're delivering. He also acknowledges that we understand that the effort required to build and maintain widgets needs to be justified by user adoption. With the search filter, users will be able to more easily search for apps with with widgets. The badge eliminates guesswork for users and highlights their widget offerings, encouraging them to explore and utilize this capability, Taiwo Peters says. And the created arrow page will show off collections of excellent widgets. The updated widget discoverability tools will be coming soon, Taiwo Peters says. Honestly, I have no comment on this one. So, well, I would say sure, good, good, much needed improvements, but other than that, I have no comment. So let's move on now. And yes, speaking of widgets, once again, this time it's related to Gemini. Google's Gemini app for iOS and iPad OS now includes a handful of lock screen widgets that make it easier and faster to access the AI assistant's various features. As noted by 95 Google, the app's latest update adds 6 widgets in total, with each of them letting you hop right into a particular Gemini function. The company seems to be making a very intentional effort to lure iPhone and iPad users away from Siri, or at least get people using Gemini instead of AI's ChatGPT whenever they want to interact with a large language model. Google has also recently been advertising Gemini on Apple-centric tech podcasts. Interesting. I wonder if this is true for some of the tech podcasts like my show, Espresso Coffee. This all comes as Apple reportedly finds itself making slow progress at developing a smarter, more capable Siri that can compete with today's leading AI platforms. Over the weekend, Bloomberg's Mark Gurman reported that our truly overall Siri is likely still several years away. So right now, since revamp Siri is gonna take several years, it's safe to say that Gemini will outrival Siri already by then. So if you're Google, this full court press to establish familiarity with Gemini in the meantime makes a lot of sense. Apple itself may offer Gemini as yet another resource for Apple Intelligence in the coming months. And as for the widgets, here's what Google says each one does. So we have type prompt, talk live, open mic, use camera, share image, and share file. Google released a standalone Gemini app for iOS back in November, splitting it off from the main Google search app. So I can say, well, if you are a person who uses Google Gemini every day, well, this is going to be very useful if you are into AI features that will enhance your productivity. Yeah, this is going to work. This is going to work well. So there you go. That's Gemini lock screen widgets coming to iPhone. And now let's move on to Windows related news. Actually, Microsoft related news now. So all of these are coming from Windows latest. So well, if you have Skype credits, well, if you're gonna ask me what is going to happen to my Skype credits, well, that's a good question. Well, let's get into that now. Microsoft is retiring Skype on May 5, 2025 in favor of Teams. What does this mean for Skype credits? What happens to credit if unused by May 2025? Microsoft told Mayan Parmar that you can still make calls using your credit on Skype's website, but the company hasn't said anything about refunding unused Skype credits. Skype credits will continue to work and exist. Now this is kind of confusing. Skype migration plans are quite confusing because they don't say anything about refunding unused Skype credits. According to a support document spotted by Windows Latest, you can keep any existing credit you already have. Microsoft won't refund your money, and you will need to use the Skype web experience to make calls using the existing credit. Microsoft also wants to make some money while it can, so it will let you keep purchasing Skype credit, assuming you already own a Skype manager or an existing subscription until April 5, 2025. This will allow you to make calls using Skype credit if you hold onto credits. As you might know already, Skype credits have an expiry date. However, if you haven't paid for Skype credits in your life, or let's just say for indefinitely, you can no longer purchase it. This service has already been discontinued for new customers. On April 5, 2025, Microsoft plans to turn off automatic top-ups. On May 5, 2025, when the Skype app goes offline, you can make calls using Skype credit on the Skype web portal. However, you won't be able to make calls using an iPhone or Android app. So this sentence clearly means that if you want to make Skype credit calls, you will have to use your Windows PC, Mac or Linux that supports Skype. So I repeat, if you want to make if you want to make calls using your Skype credits after May 5, well, the only option is you will have to use your laptop, desktop, or even your computer. Yeah, you will have to use your computer to access that. So this is a significant downgrade because Skype web requires you to keep a web browser window open all the time in order to receive calls or use the pad. On the other hand, the mobile app allows you to make or receive calls even when you are not actively using the Skype app. Well, the other alternative is to keep using Skype credits is to download Microsoft Teams and rely on a new Skype dialpad feature. According to Microsoft, Teams and Skype's dialpad experiences are nearly the same because Microsoft Teams will send push notifications when you receive a call. So now, an alter made a table to sum up some confusion. So this is good. So this is what is going to happen after May 5. Well, here we go. New purchases. Regarding new purchases, No new purchases for subscriptions, Skype numbers, and Skype credits. Skype Manager credit, well, purchases and renewals allowed until about 2025. After that, balance can be used for call. What about the Skype dial pad? Well, it will remain available for after May 2025. Regarding calling and Skype numbers, auto renewals until April 3rd, 2025. Active until the subscription ends. Skype credit, I have already said it. Receiving calls can be received on Skype Web or Teams feed. And if you want to transfer your Skype number, will have to contact. And what are these Skype services ending May 5? Well, you have SMS, gift credit gifting, call forwarding, caller ID setup. What about the Teams free and paid calls? Well, no paid calling plans, but Team Essentials can be used with Teams Phone. And finally, about the billing info, well, the billing details can be accessed online. So there you go. So these are the table regarding what will happen to these services after May 5. So hopefully that clears up some confusion. And yeah, good to know that you can still use your Skype credits after all. So again, Skype has been around for a very long time, and now that Microsoft is getting rid of it, it's sad that Microsoft is going bye bye. But it will be remembered as a childhood client where we get to in touch with it. But as we move on, I will add one more because again, remember that big tech outlets are spreading false information that that Windows 11 24H2 will not work with the older Intel CPUs. I told you. So this yeah, this will be the last one before we have to do commercial. Right. So and Windows 11's 24H2 CPU requirements support document changes caused quite a stir in the community. A certain section of the media incorrectly reported that Windows 11 requirements had changed to exclude older CPUs, but as Windows latest clarified, that was not the case. Microsoft had updated the document to recommend newer CPUs to OEMs, OEMs, which makes sense because why would anyone buy a new Windows 11 24H2 PC with Intel's 8th gen or even 9th generation processor in 2025? It doesn't make sense because, 8 or 9 gen of Intel in 2025, it is not gonna keep up with today's standards. So why would anyone buy now, right? So yeah, they're right for this article. Windows latest debunked these false assumptions after talking to Microsoft representatives, and now here we go. And now the official document reflects the same. So you can see in the screenshot, they have added the editor's notes. So let me just zoom it in. I'm going to make it clear. Editor's note. This one page is continually updated to reflect the Intel processor models that meet the minimum system requirements for Windows 11. It is intended for OEMs and ODMs to understand the following CPUs may be used for new Windows 11 devices. A page update made on February 20, 2025 did not reflect accurate offerings. It has since been updated, including the addition of Intel processor models 8, 9, and 10 generation Intel CPUs, and the reclassification for select Intel processor models to support Windows 11. Yep, shame on the big tech outlets. Honestly, shame on big tech outlets for not having the really comprehension before publishing it. That's why they were already freaking out. Hi, you could have done better, big tech outlets. Even some YouTubers are also falsely claiming that 24H2 will not work with the older Intel processors. Completely false. And as we continue, on the other hand, what about the unsupported hardware? Well, even if you do not have a PC with a supported CPU or hardware features like TPM 2.0, it is always possible to install Windows 11 24H2 or any version of Windows by bypassing the requirements. Yes, they did remove the mention on the support article, but because they really don't want you to run Windows 11 on your unsupported hardware, which makes sense. They're pushing you to switch to Linux or buy a new Windows 11 PC that works. So I told you a few episodes ago on my show that they're not dropping support, huh? Remember, guys, remember, they're not dropping older 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 gen support for Windows 11 24H2. I made it clear, they're not dropping it. Even Microsoft official document now said they're now said the same. Windows latest said the same, and now here we are. We at this point, I think big tech outlets need to reorganize their their publishing teams, because at this point, if this mistake keeps on spreading like Neowin, Tom's Hardware, this is not going to end well. I swear, this is not going to end well. So there you go. Please do better, big tech outlets. I swear, please do better. Ugh. Okay, it is now 6:52 p.m. So, actually, before we head to the ad break, what do you think about that classification document? Like, that big tech outlets are falsely claiming that 24H2 is that 24H2 drops older gen support. What do you say?
That's why I don't read The Verge or any big tech or whatever the technology news, unless they try to insert some of the biases there, whatever biases sa buhay nila, mga pistingya.
That's why I can rely on this one. That's why I rely on Windows latest for the latest Windows 11 news, because whenever I looked up Windows 11, I have noticed something is already off. That's why I don't like how big tech outlets are going. Except The Verge indicates for that is not related to Windows 11 or Microsoft. That's fine. But for this Windows 11 related news, I will rely on Windows latest from now on. So that is very interesting that Windows latest already debunked it. And then Microsoft representatives already debunked it too. Shame on you, big tech outlets, for those covering Windows 11 related news. Shame on you. Please do better. Improve your reading comprehensions too. All right, it is now. We'll now be doing a break. It is now 6:53 p.m. as we will return with more cover sessions right here with the last remaining Windows 11 related news, and of course the smartphone news and Google related news right here on Asphere's Coffee. Stay along with us. We will be right back. And this program is sponsored by Asphere's Aircon, tried, tested, and trusted by an Asparagus and FPS Capinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Capinoy Coffee.
This program was brought to you by TLX Karaoke, ang tunay na karaoke ng bayan. Asphere's Aircon, tried, tested, trusted by an Asparagus. And Capinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Capinoy Coffee from FES Manufacturing Corporation.
Dream Car Karaoke po. Tuwing pagising mo sa umaga, kailangan mo ng kapeng gigisingin ka sa tapang at sarap. Kaya lumipat na ako sa bagong kape ng bayan.
Tikman ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Capinoy Coffee. Gawa sa purong Arabica at Robusta mula sa pinakamainit na puso ng Pilipinas. Piniling mabuti at inihanda ng may pagmamalasakit.
Tama-tama lang ang tapang at sarap. O mga Kapinoy, subukan nyo ng tikman ang lasa ng bayan.
Tikman na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Capinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Capinoy Coffee.
Capinoy Coffee, masarap na coffee. If it's coffee, it's Capinoy Coffee.
Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Creme. Bili na sa inyong mga suking tindahan.
Mga Kapinoy, tikman nyo na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Capinoy Coffee. Tamang-tama lang tapang at sarap ng kape na tiyak na magigising ka. Kaya subukan na ang bagong Capinoy Coffee. Also available, Kapidoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Cream mula sa FBS Manufacturing Corporation.
Ano yan ang pinakabagong iBerry Gold with 10 milligram lutein?
Ako si Ate Lina, hanap kayo akong pananaw. Karon nga nakainom na ko sa Ivory Gold. Arang-arang na gyud makakita na ko o maklaro na ko ang mga letra. Pwede ra ko makabasa na ko walay eyeglass. Salamat sa Ivory Gold. Isang tiguang na ko natabangan ko sa akong pananaw.
Basta lutein, mag-iBerry Gold with 10 milligram lutein. Mas barato ug mas daghan ang lutein. Available in Mercury and other leading drugstores.
Mahalagang paalala, ang iBerry Gold ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Petron Gasul, kasaligan sa kusina, sakto sa timbang. Tung sa True Blue Flame, grabe yun kasulit. Gold quality standard, hilig yun ka maipit. Petron Gasul, maugyuy kasaligan. Daghang sunod, pero di yun matukngan. Petron Gasul, Petron Gasolista, Petron Gasul, Petron Gasolista, Petron Gasul, Petron Gasolista, Petron Gasul.
Miss, pabili ng Farex B. Ayaw ko ng iba.
Buong Pilipinas ay far excited! Hindi nagpapahinto sa ngalay, tusok, manhid sa tulong ng Farex Vitamin B1, B6, B12 with proper diet and healthy lifestyle.
If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Welcome sa Cebuan Amazing World! Dito, all in ang microfinancial services. OFWs, sakay na! May loan pang paggawa ng bahay, pang brand yung motor, o bagong business. Cebuan Amazing! Swak ang microsaving dito. Laging ready with microinsurance. May money transfer, may cash in, cash out, remit to bank, at bills payment. Cebuan Amazing! Pwede rin mag-invest sa gold. May rewards pa! San man sa Pilipinas, basta microfinancial services, all in dito. Kaya Cebuan Amazing ang life!
Microsavings is a product of Cebuana Nulier Rural Bank. Deposits are insured by PDIC up to 500,000 pesos per depositor. Supervised by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas.
Goodbye to me, Mancha. Hello, bright bar blue. Isang labanan yan. Bright bar blue.
Pride Bar Blue with powerful stain-away enzymes. Malupit magtanggal ng dumit mancha pero di masakit sa kamay.
Goodbye to me, Mancha. Hello, bright bar blue. Isang labanan yan.
Mas tested ang cotton and polycotton. Sa mancha, malupit. Sa kamay mo, mabait. Pride Bar Blue manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified world-class quality.
ACS.
Barbie Forteza po. And I believe ang taong sa pera ay wais, ang skin pwede pa rin kuminis. And I thank you, Silka Papaya Lotion. Dahil 750 pesos SRP lang, giving na ang papaya enzymes niya. Affordable skincare, di ba? Kaya kung bet mo ay kutis na lit, sa Silka Papaya Lotion kumapit. With regular use, slay it with the skin na giving. Stay lit with Silka. With regular use for only 750 pesos SRP.
Doctor.
Mountain Dew. Do the do, play the
Celebrate the lives of your fallen family heroes with the newly opened chapels of Tahanan ng Alaala in Himlayang Pilipino. We offer premium memorial service by providing 24-hour personalized customer care with flexible funeral and chapel accommodation packages. At Himlayang Pilipino, we give honor to the heroes of your lives. For inquiries, may contact us at 0968 896 4850 or visit us at www.himlayangpilipino.org and follow us on Facebook, Himlayang Pilipino Incorporated, and on Instagram, HPI Memorial Park.
Himlayang Pilipino.
Ako si Maria. Sa harap ng mga mata ng marami, binaksan ko ang aking alabastong sisidlan ng mga mamaharing pabango. Ibinuhos ko ito sa paa ni Jesus at piyonasan ko ng aking buhok. Nainig ko ang mga bulong. Sayang, bakit ka ginawa yun? Pero sa puso ko, alam ko, siya ang nalalapat. Siya ang nagbigay ng halaga sa buhay ko. Sa bawat patak ng pabango, sinabi ko, salamat Jesus. Dahil minahal mo ako kahit hindi ako karapat-dapat. Ang lahat ng mayroon ako, ibigay ko sa kanya dahil siya ang lahat sa akin. Ngayong buwan ng kababaihan, kasama ko kayo sa nag-iisang panalangin at pag-asa sa nag-iisang takapagligtas. Siya ang sagot sa inyong pangangailangan. Isang mensahe mula sa PCFB at ang himpilang ito.
And now we turn to Asphere's Cafe right here on Cool FM. Yes, welcome back to Asphere's Cafe. It is now 7:01 p.m. and apparently we already left TVH Network broadcast since we went over time. It's fine. So it looks like Geometric Tomato, one of the hosts of My Tulukan, has joined my show tonight. Good evening.
Magandang gabi sa inyo mga pisting yawa, mga mukhang tite sa mundo. Mga kaibigan,
Good evening, Bistingyawa, Dakuk Ilong, like me.
you have big nose, Stephen. They wanna...
I also have big nose. You also have big nose. Gab has big nose as well.
Hindi totoo na malaking ilong ko. Si Gabriel lang dapat yung may malaking ilong. Dadama sa
Yan yung certified. Yan yung certified na Dakuk Ilong.
Oo, ginadamay mo sa... Umayos ka, Stephen. Sumbong mo na lang kita kay ano.
Runner up ako, Jeyo. Runner up ako sa malaking ilong.
Abangan mo ako, ah. Abangan nyo yan.
Ngayong gabi?
Ito-show kita dyan, personally.
Wow!
Wait lang, mag-ano man ako ng kalamansi na may toyo at may kalamansi.
Sarap nun ah.
Oh, wow.
Sarap nun ah.
Yes.
I'm
Always.
gonna be preparing for...
Anyways,
I'm preparing
anyways,
for dinner.
change na po yung plan ko. Senior high. Feeling ko mag-STEM talaga ako. But still same pa rin yung planned course ko sa college.
IT pa rin.
Yes.
Okay. Kasi doon naman talaga naka-align system yung IT tapos computer science eh.
Yup. And as much as I hate it to admit, di man ako magtrabaho agad pag senior. Pero no, seriously, pero kung after senior high ko, bala ko sana maglipat.
Oh, you're gonna what? Senior high, you're gonna move?
Ako mismo ang mag-aalis. I don't want to study in Mindanao because as much as merong mga doon, mga magagandang colleges,
right.
I don't think it's good. Plus, mas malayo ka sa metro. Mas malayo ka sa metro. So, I kind of plan na baka lilipat ako ng Luzon. Siguro. Hopefully. Ang problema ko lang is saan ako titira. Where do I live? Kaya guys, kung may mga bahay dyan, please, i-contact nyo ako. Ay.
Wow.
Kung pwede kayo kung pwede kayo kung nag-offer kayo ng place to stay, please bigyan nyo ko. Thank you. Sabihan mo sa akin ano yung malapit na college. Because my plan is to siguro apply ako sa lahat ng colleges pero ako magpipili. Which one is best for me? Which one is best for me? Kasi alright. Tapos na ako na ganun ng kalamansi. It's time to put the soy sauce. Ay, nako, kinabuhi.
What's for your
Wow,
dinner
imagine
tonight,
cooking for dinner.
What's for your dinner tonight right now?
Fish.
Wow.
You're cooking fish? What kind of
Oh,
fish right now?
fish
Oh, I
right.
haven't had fish for such a long
The
time.
fish is
Holy
already
cow. Kind of
cooking.
reminded me.
I just, kailangan ko lang ng sausawan. Kasi if you grew up in the province, you know exactly what I mean. It's so delicious. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
By the way, Geometric, I heard you're finding a place to live. See, and headquarters is open.
Anong mga malalapit na college dyan? Thank you.
In our area, my guy. Closest thing you can get here in our city is obviously AU.
What's the other ones?
Um, let's see. Aside from AU, very lesser well known, let's just say.
Sige lang.
Very lesser well known.
Sige lang. Temporary place to stay while I'm trying to apply for college.
Let's go home!
Alright. Oh.
But I don't pay rent for you, so fuck you. If you ask me for rent, I am not paying the rent.
Sure.
I mean, they have to pay their own rents. I mean, let's be real here. I mean, if you're gonna earn money as a student, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard right now.
Obviously. Life is a pain in the ass, remember that.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna be a pain. Yes, it's going to be a very pain.
Matino ang isip ko.
I tried applying. I'm gonna disclose a little bit, but I applied as a call center agent, but apparently I have to get a fit to work certificate, and I don't even have the budget to acquire it. So it's a waste.
So you don't have a job. Good.
Not at the moment. Anyway, we're right. Where are we left? Right. Let's continue now. While you guys are still around, let me just hook up my screen share as we will continue. Hey, by the way, Gio, have you heard that big tech outlets are spreading false information about Windows 11 24H2 dropping Intel processors?
I am aware. I am aware.
Well, good, you're aware because this is why they don't have a good reading comprehension. If you ask me, yes, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. They have the worst reading comprehension when it comes to Windows 11. They always emphasize something, and make it clickbait too. Clickbait titles. Anyway, let's now continue with another round of Windows related news. So yeah, let's continue now. Let me just zoom the camera. Let me just zoom the Discord in as we are going to continue. All right, let's continue now. Coming from Windows latest, yes, this is the only Windows outlet I can trust on for Windows 11 related news. Microsoft Edge is getting more AI related features. In addition, Microsoft seems to be experimenting with Web Push API, which could improve how Windows 11 notifications are handled through the browser. Another notable change is improved security related to downloads and clipboards. Browser researcher Leo recently pointed out that Edge could be getting full-fledged support for AI history search. AI history was supposed to be limited to Google Chrome, but it looks like it's going to benefit Chromium partners, including Microsoft Edge. Interesting. Or is Microsoft creating its own AI history feature independent of Chrome AI search? Well, Windows latest can independently confirm that AI-powered history search feature is indeed coming to Microsoft Edge, and it could be similar to how the feature works in Chrome. So yeah, obviously, if you use AI, this is gonna benefit you. So, well, what is that? How does that work? Well, it's designed to show you AI recommendations for embedded web passages, whatever you do a history search. It's an optional toggle. Thankfully, it's not on by default, but you can turn on if you want to. Once enabled, you will need to use at history in an address bar to search using your everyday language. With AI search, you can find the information even if you don't remember the website name, exact keyboard, and when you visit the website. However, it may require you to sign into a Microsoft account and own a high-performance computer because Edge will locally save your history. That's the catch. You will have to log in into your Microsoft account. AI capabilities will only apply to websites you visit after turning on the feature. A Microsoft account may be needed to verify that you're older than 18 years, but we haven't been able to verify. That's referring to Windows status that if it's going to be a mandatory requirement. Well, aside from the AI search, what about the better sleeping tabs and security features? Well, another reference points to discard expired tabs action threshold seconds, which is related to how tab discarding or sleeping tabs work in Microsoft Edge. Edge already tries to reduce memory usage by putting inactive tabs to sleep. This feature might let Microsoft experiment with discarding or expiring them faster. And last but not least, they spotted references to two interesting security-related features: MS Provenance Validator toggle on by default and MS Protected Clipboard. The first reference is interesting because it could be related to verifying source of downloaded files, extensions, or something else. On the other hand, MS Protected Clipboard could be a privacy feature to protect your clipboard contents from unauthorized JavaScript access. The second one, actually, good one. Very good. Very good for the second one. So they also spotted MS Edge Meta OS Olympus. Are we looking at new Edge redesign codename or new Windows release? We don't know for now. The mystery remains to be seen if this is going to be a Edge redesign or Windows or another new Windows OS. We'll wait and see for now. Interesting. So there you go. And the last Windows news for this episode is about you know what that means. Yup. You know what that means. The Windows update issue. Well, Windows 11 KB 50529 sorry. KB 5052093 is the optional update. Yes, that is an optional update for Windows 11 version 24H2, but it's failing to install for some people due to these error codes, which are 0x800F0983 and 0x800F0993. Now, they pulled the update and released it yesterday, and it appears to have patched the installation problem for some users, but not for everyone. So, what does this update do? Well, it has a lot of upsides. Well, let's say it fixed an issue where the task manager will identify an hard drive as an SSD. Another bug has been fixed where File Explorer will struggle to handle a huge media collection. In addition, Microsoft added a feature that lets you share directly from a jump list onto taskbar. Well, it doesn't work right for some users, of course. So, as spotted by a user in a feedback hub post spotted by Windows latest, it fails within error code, which I have mentioned. They tried several times to install this update, but it stops then runs for several minutes before reporting a failure and then reverts back to original software. So, oof. And also we have here is that another update fails to launch. Sorry, I should say Call of Duty HQ, which is Black Ops 6, failing to launch. So basically, the Xbox app loading page opens, waits about 17 seconds for the game to launch, and then it says the game has crashed and outputs error code 0x0. The only way to fix this is to uninstall the update. Oof. So they also have spotted the Windows latest has also spotted the latest issues on that, which I will get into in a bit. What are the reports, which we will get into now? Okay, yep, Black Ops 6 related to the latest Windows 11 update. And also, this update will still not work with Roblox if you are using the ARM device, which is a downside if you play Roblox. And lastly, Citrix, where the components might not finish the installation when you apply the February or January 2025 updates. It applies to devices. It's been observed for devices with Citrix Session Recording Agent version 2411, which was released in December 2024 last year. So I believe Microsoft has put the update on hold for devices that have Citrix installed. Alright, so that's the last Windows related news for this episode of Asper's Cafe, and I will be I will be covering them again next Monday and Tuesday. So yeah, there you go. So that's the Windows related news. As we head over to the smartphone news, it is now 7:16 p.m. And before that, this program is sponsored by Asper's Aircon, tried, tested, and trusted by Anaspericus. And FPS Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee. We will be getting into the smartphone news that is coming up right here on Asper's Cafe. You'll stay along with us.
This program was brought to you by TLX Karaoke, ang tunay na karaoke ng bayan. Asphere's Aircon, tried, tested, trusted by Anasparagus. And Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee from FES Manufacturing Corporation.
Dream Car Karaoke po. Tuwing pagising mo sa umaga, kailangan mo ng kapeng gigisingin ka sa tapang at sarap. Kaya lumipat na ako sa bagong kape ng bayan.
Tikman ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Gawa sa purong Arabica at Robusta mula sa pinakamainit na puso ng Pilipinas. Piniling mabuti at inihanda ng may pagmamalasakit.
Tama-tama lang ang tapang at sarap. O mga Kapinoy, subukan nyo ng tikman ang lasa ng bayan.
Tikman na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Kapinoy Coffee, masarap na coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Creme. Bili na sa inyong mga suking tindahan.
Mga Kapinoy, tikman nyo na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Tamang-tama lang tapang at sarap ng kape na tiyak na magigising ka. Kaya subukan na ang bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Cream mula sa FBS Manufacturing Corporation.
Ang numero unong kailangan sa ngayon, extra strong ka dapat para di ka mawasak ng anumang hamong ibigay sa'yo. Ang hanap ng Red Horse Beer, extra strong na tulad mo. Lakas. Tama, kayang tumindig at harapin ang mga pagsubok na parating. Panatag ang loob na bukas nanamnamin mo ang iyong tagumpay. Lakas ng tama pero di wasak sa hamon ng bukas.
Red Horse Extra Strong, the number one extra strong beer in the world.
Drink responsibly.
You're running late for the prom when something goes wrong. Nakapanit ako og sapatos ng matangtang ang swela sa akong sapatos.
Hello? It's late! Where are you?
Crunch time, what you gonna do?
Keep cool with new Nestle Crunch Cookies and Cream. Vanilla ice cream with cookie bits coated in white chocolate and crisp cereal.
I got this. Bought my cool blue chucks to rock my white socks. K-O-K to the prom, I'm on my way. New Nestle Crunch Cookies and Cream ice cream. Keep cool with Crunch.
Ano dapat ang priority mo sa buhay? Pakinggan natin si Doc.
Bigyan natin ng tamang atensyon ng ating kalusugan. Simple lang ang dapat gawin. Kumain ng masustansya mga pagkain gaya ng sariwang gulay at prutas. Iwasan ang pagkain ng mga maaalat, ang mamantikang mga pagkain at syempre, hindi mawawala sa listahan ng regular na ehersisyo dahil nakatutulong ito upang mapaganda ang blood circulation. Makatutulong din po ang pag-inom ng Aldrich Paudi Arco Capsule. Ito isang herbal supplement na gawa sa natural na sangkap na galing sa inner bark at heartwood extract ng Paudi Arco 3.
Mag-PDA capsule na! PDA capsule, ang proteksyon at depensa alay sa kalusugan.
Another quality product of Aldrich Corporation.
At maulan man, no worries na amoy kulob ang damit.
Charm, Fabcon, bangong kumakabloom, tanggal amoy kulob sa bango ng Charm.
Charm Fabcon with Bloom Fresh technology kills 99.9% of kulob-causing bacteria tested. May aroma burst pa of thousands of flowers and berries.
Ang sampay sa loob, no amoy kulob.
Bangong kumakabloom sa Charm.
Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified world-class quality.
ACS.
Eto na ang dagdag puhunan para sa mga magsasaka, mangingisda at agrarian reform beneficiaries.
Hatid ng Land Bank ang AgriSenso Plus. Ang murang pautang na may libreng life insurance at training para sa iyong kabuhayan. Simple, abot kaya, kumpleto at maasahan sa pangangailangang pangkabuhayan. Mag-apply na sa pinakamalapit na Land Bank branch o tumawag sa 0284057000. Land Bank AgriSenso Plus. Kasama mo sa magandang bukas. Your future powered by Land Bank. Land Bank is regulated by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas and a member of PDIC and BankNet.
Ganito ang tunog ng clog nose. Pag sinabayan pa ng headache, hirap, di ba?
Kaya pag may clogged nose and headache, decongest with Decolgen Forte, the most powerful relief versus other Decolgen formulations. With maximum decongesting action versus PE-based medicines available OTC in the Philippines. Decolgen Forte.
Kahit itanong mo sa doktor,
Alagang Unilab yan. Phenylpropanolamine, HCI, chlorphenamine, maleate, paracetamol is the generic name of Decolgen Forte. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
5. Ikaw ba'y nagkasakit o naaksidente ng dahil sa trabaho? Sagot ka ng Employees Compensation Commission tulad niya.
Ako po si Roberto Del Coro, PMMA instructor, na aksidente dahil sa trabaho, negosyante na rin ngayon, nakabangon dahil sa tulong ng ECC.
Ang ECC ay government agency na nagpapatupad ng Employees Compensation Program o ECP na nagbibigay ng benepisyo sa mga empleyadong nagkasakit, na aksidente o namatay ng dahil sa trabaho. For more information, visit www.ecc.gov.ph.
Daghan na ang nangaayo og gibilib sa kaepektibo sa iBerry. Ania si Patricio Patrolia Jr. nga naayo sa iBerry.
Nauna sa wala pa ko makakiti og tumar sa iBerry. Sige sakit lagi akong mata. Luwa-luwa ko dito mata. Try ko og sakit lagi sa iBerry. Og kuda mga naulian gi ko ato nawala gyud sa sakit mata di na magluwa-luwa akong mata. Wala na gid tanan. Dako gi ko pasalamat sa iBerry.
iBerry mapalit sa Mercury, Rose Pharmacy o sa inyong mga suking butika.
Mahalagang paalala, ang iBerry ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamiting panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Problema sa prostate? Ikonsulta sa doktor yan at tumumar ng Markup Capsule Food Supplement araw-araw sapagkat nagtatagla ito ng Sopalmeto Extract na ayon sa mga eksperto ng Sopalmeto ay nakatutulong sa problema ng prostate ng kalalakihan. Kaya mag-Markup Capsule Food Supplement araw-araw para always kang ready.
And now we return to Asphere's Cafe right here on Cool FM. Yes, we are back. It is now 7:23 p.m. and yes, I am checking my YouTube feed right now. I'm just checking if something is abnormal to me because normally I really don't like abnormal YouTube recommendations on my feed. That's why I'm just double checking real quick. And also, I am also checking the playout too because just in case if there will be a show at 8 p.m. later because I don't really think there will be a show later. But yeah, I am preparing right now and checking on the playouts. But yes, guys, our fellow guest hosts have already have left my show because I knew they have to do something. Steven is working on Cool FM plugs right now and Geometric. I believe it's based on his decision. So, yep, there you go. So that's what Geo decided to focus on his on what he's doing. So it makes sense. So yeah, again, Steven left my show early to work on Cool FM plugs, and Gio left my show as well to focus on his personal activities. Okay, so now let's get as we head over to the smartphone news. Now it is the time. So let me open my screen share. Oops, let me close that article that I already covered. One moment. There we go. And this time it's about the smartphone news and starting with the Samsung Galaxy A56, A36, and A26. Yes, all of the phones are going to have 6 years of Android updates, and I say it's a very fantastic number number of software updates, especially for the mid-range Android smartphones. So very good. Very, 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 very good. Okay, and anyways, about my abnormal and YouTube recommendations, looks like Crunchyroll is gone on my recommendations because again, personally, I do not support Crunchyroll because of their actions. But yeah, yeah. Sorry, I went a little bit off topic, but now let's get into the smartphone news, starting with the Galaxy A56. Yeah, all of these are coming from GSM Arena. Samsung just announced the Galaxy A56. This was posted March 1, which brings 45-watt wide charging support 4 years after the company first adopted that rate. Other new features include the Exynos 5080 chip and a bigger 6.7 Super OLED screen with smaller bezels on all four sides. The phone is also thinner than its predecessor at 7.4mm profile and features a redesigned camera island. There are no longer protruding lenses. You can see for the colors you have awesome pink, awesome olive, awesome graphite, and awesome light gray. Honestly, name scheme. Honestly, if I were for my branding color, I would go with awesome olive. So this is the first phone to support the Exynos 5080 chipset despite Samsung's introduction of the SoC back in October. The 5080 is a major upgrade over its predecessor, giving the Galaxy A56 a big performance advantage over the A55. For that chipset, here we have a 2.9 gigahertz CPU, AMD-based GPU with 2x WGP, and an NPU with 48.7 tops, meaning performance should be up to 37% from last year. Sadly, the rumors about 12 gigabytes of RAM were not true, and here we only have 8 gigabytes. And regarding the display, it has also been revamped as and now it is now 12,000 nits bright HPM and 19,000 nits bright at peak brightness. It keeps the full HD plus resolution and the Gorilla Glass Victus Plus protection. Speaking of strength, the Galaxy A56 also has Victus Plus on the back and an aluminum frame. So you can see the close-up look of the phone itself. Here's the left side of the phone right here. Right here, yep. Next one, we have the front of the Galaxy A56. Very premium looking phone, if you ask me. If you look at the back, yeah, look at that. Very premium phone. Very, very premium. And if you look at the right side of the phone, you have the volumes, you have the volume up and down, and the power button. Very premium, not gonna lie. Very, very, very premium. And for the cameras, no changes to the camera except I believe the front. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it has any changes also. Yeah, regarding the cameras, it has the back camera has a 50 megapixel f1.8 main shooter, a 12 megapixel f2.2 ultra wide snapper, and a 5 megapixel f2.4 macro lens. And the front has a 12 megapixel f2.2 selfie cam. What only changed is the algorithm, which is now driven by AI. Aside from that, the Galaxy A56 features context-aware image enhancement, better nighttime photos and videos with a low noise mode, and quicker continuous shooting. The slimest zooms between the main and ultra-wide cameras has also doubled in speed, and now the switch takes less than 430 milliseconds. And of course, as I mentioned before, this phone will be getting 6 years of Android OS updates along with the security updates, which is a big plus, if you ask me. It's a big plus. And aside from that, it will also launch with Android 15 and One UI 7, which brings a redesigned UI and more personalization options. And speaking of this one, yes, this one will have Google's circle to search, which is a plus too. So yeah, and now this is the first time that the Galaxy A series will be getting a 45-watt charger, which was only reserved for select Galaxy S flagship. So it's good to know that we are starting to see mid-range Android smartphones getting this feature. So this is a plus. And I think this may be the chance that I will be upgrading to this phone. So if I do have a job, I would definitely upgrade to this phone because I don't want to keep my A51 for longer because I risk not having updates, right? So I will be moving to this phone any minute now by then if it comes out. So yeah, this phone is very, very promising if you ask me. Very promising. I am very excited to be getting this phone in any minute now though. But yeah, looking at this so far, looks pretty nice. So about the pricing for the 128 gigabytes, it's gonna cost you 499 US dollars or 470 euros, which is cheaper. While the 256 gigabytes variant will cost you 499 euros. I'm sorry, I'm confused now. Like, is it even dollar or what? Okay, no. All right, no, 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 no. Okay, so the 256 one is the one for the UK and European variant. So for 499, it's gonna cost you 499 UK pounds for 256 gigabytes and 529 gigabytes. Sorry, no, 529 euros for that storage, which is a bit expensive compared to the base model. Honestly, about this one, this is actually gonna be a major upgrade to my phone if ever I'm going to upgrade. Since yes, this is a big upgrade coming from an 851 user. I will be upgrading to this phone, so yes, a massive upgrade indeed, because this one is going to suit my needs, obviously, and yes, I'm actually looking forward to get this phone sometime, yeah, not now, but sometime. Hear me out, sometime. Yes. So yeah, this phone, I am really looking forward to get this phone someday, but I'm just gonna watch the reviews in the meantime. But yeah, A56, very good phone, very phone. I am very excited. Yes, this phone is actually gonna be living up to my standards. Hear me out. It's going to live up to my standards. And speaking of the A56, we also have the A36 and A26. Well. It's all of them. All of them are I said all of them are going to get the six. All of them are going to get 6 years of Android OS updates. And now let's focus on the A36. So this one. So about the A36 is going to support Snapdragon 6 Gen 3 after using a mix of Dimensity and Exynos chip for the last 3 generations. The base memory configuration is 6 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes of storage, while although some regions will get 8 gigabytes and 128 gigabytes of storage. 8 gigabytes of RAM, huh? And also an upgrade to 8 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage. It's not a performance beast, by the way, but it's going to give it a bezel with a larger vapor chamber and now same size with the S24 Plus. Interesting. So yeah, A26, A36, A56, unified. All unified, yeah? All unified screen size. 6.7 Super AMOLED screens with 1080p plus resolution. Except A26, which is still using the U notch, while A26 and A56 support the O-shaped notch. Yes. So the front and back of the phone are protected with Gorilla Glass Victus Plus, while the frame is made of polycarbonate, not made of metal, sadly. While the phone is rated IP67 for dust and water resistance, so a good one to have here. And the rear camera has a new look with a single camera island instead of 3 individual lenses, but it's mostly the same hardware, which includes the 50 megapixel main camera with one f1.8 lens with OIS, 8 megapixel ultra wide f2.2, and the 5 megapixel macro with f2.4. And for the camera system, well, the selfie camera now has a larger 12 megapixel sensor, and finally the video HDR can now do 10-bit up to 4K resolution at 30 frames, being available on both the rear and front cameras. And the battery capacity is still the same, 5,000 milliamps. However, you do get the improved charging rate, which is 45 watts, like with the A56. So this is a plus. And also And also, you will get Android 15 out of the box, and as I said before, 6 years of Android OS updates and security updates. And for the AI features, you get circles to search, the object eraser for image editing, and a simple way to make your own image filters. Keep in mind that that 836 will not get some of the features that are exclusive to the 856 in order to keep the cost down. So that makes sense. For the 836, it's gonna cost you the same as the predecessor. So same price, I guess, for 128 gigabytes of storage. So yeah, the pricing is the same. So it's gonna cost you 380 euros. Well, it's gonna cost you $400 US dollars. While the upgrade will cost you 400 pounds, UK pounds, and 450 euros for the 256 gigabytes. Different markets are getting different storage options. So yeah, there you go. So one thing to note that the A56 will be available in the US unlike its predecessor. That is something to consider when looking at the A36. And finally, the A26. So remember, as I said, that if you look closely at the front of the phone, it still features the U-shaped notch. So you are not getting a camera, or I should say, O-shaped notch this year. So you still get the U-shaped notch. Simple as that. So about the processor, the A26 will be powered by the Exynos 1380, which was used for the A35 last year. So no changes, same performance as the A35. The only difference is that the CPU of the Snapdragon 6 Gen 3 is 8% faster than that of the Exynos 3080. Well, there might be some differences, which GSM Arena has yet to test that. And nope, no launcher VB changes, sadly. So the memory situation is similar. So you get this, you either get 6 or 8 gigabytes of RAM, region dependent, and 128 gigabytes of storage as a base model. And of course, you do get the 8 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage upgrade. It's a plus too. And by the way, the A26 has a micro SD slot, which you don't get on the A36 and A56. Surprise, surprise! You have a micro SD card slot. For people who are looking to expand the storage with a micro SD card, I think this phone will be the best for if you want to retain your micro SD card slot. This is the phone you will get because A36 and A56 will not support micro SD cards. So yeah. So really, what a relief for those who wants to put micro SD card on the A26. Yes, they still feature micro SD card slot, right? For this generation. So good news. And regarding the OS generations, same as the A36 and A56. Punch there you go. Punch yeah, there you go. Punch So yeah, and for the selfie camera, it uses the old 30 megapixel unit. So sadly, no video HDR for it. Which is also the same for the rear cameras as well, which include the 50 megapixel main OIS, 8 megapixel ultra wide, and 2 megapixel macro. And about the body, Samsung has upgraded the body, so they managed to slim down from 8.3 millimeter to 7.7 millimeter, though weight went up from 197 grams to 200 grams. So that is 3 gram increase. And by the way, about the water and dust resistant, yep, it has IP67 as well, like with the A36 and A56. So yep, it has the same. The battery capacity is the same as the A36, 5,000 milliamps. But sadly, no charging upgrade, which will still be limited, which you will still be limited to 25 watts. Meaning that 45 watts will be exclusive to the A36 and A56. So for what about the pricing? Well, it's gonna cost you 300 UK pounds for the base 128 gigabytes model and 370 UK pounds, 300 euros, 300 UK US dollars for the 256 gigabytes of upgrade. The version with more storage will be available in more markets. So honestly, if you are on a budget for a good quality smartphone, I would recommend A26. Yes, I would recommend A26 because this is sitting at the $300 sub range. So I highly recommend if you are going to look for a premium quality smartphone that suits your budget, I can easily recommend the A26. But however, if you want a more expensive phone, you can go with the A36 or A56. That's my take on this one. So there you go. That's the A56, A36, and A26 smartphones. Honestly, out of the all three models, I will go with the A56 because A56 is a more premium mid-range smartphone. So yeah, I'm going with the A56. Any minute now. Yes, any minute now. And finally, before we head to the ad break, and looks like Apple CEO Tim Cook has has posted on has posted on X with their teaser regarding their product launch. So yeah, following the iPhone following the iPhone 16e, which was the rumored iPhone SE4 introduction last month, Apple is now focusing on its Air lineup. Based on previous reports, this teaser should be about the upcoming 13-inch and 15-inch MacBook Air models equipped with the Apple M4 chip. For reference, Apple launched its M3 MacBook Airs exactly 1 year ago. Apple is also expected to launch a refreshed 11-inch and 13-inch iPad Airs with the M3 chip, which could very well be part of this upcoming launch. Apple is also rumored to bring an iPhone 17 Air, although it's highly unlikely that we will see that device this time around. So let's take a look at this teaser. That was the simple 6-second teaser. Let's play that again. You see that? You see that? You see that macro sliding out now? Let's see that one more time. Look at that. If you take a look at the teaser closely, you can see some object. Might be a MacBook Air too, but yeah, look at that. That sliced air right off the bat like that. Pretty neat teaser if you ask me. But yeah, that's the teaser. What's going to be for the MacBook Air and also possible iPad Air as well. So we don't know when is it going to come out. So we'll keep our eyes peeled. We're going to keep our eyes peeled for this MacBook Air announcement. Also iPad Air announcement as well. We're gonna keep our eyes peeled. So stay tuned for this one. And now it is 7:43 p.m. as we will get into the last commercial break, as we will get over to 9 to 5 Google Now as our last source for tonight's episode of Asphere's Cafe. But before that, this program is sponsored by Asphere's Aircon, tried, tested, trusted by N. Asparagus and FPS Capinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Capinoy Coffee. Stay along with us. We will be right back.
This program was brought to you by TLX Karaoke, ang tunay na karaoke ng bayan. Asphere's Aircon, tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus. And Capinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Capinoy Coffee from FVS Manufacturing Corporation.
Dream Car Karaoke po. Tuwing paggising mo sa umaga, kailangan mo ng kapeng gigisingin ka sa tapang at sarap. Kaya lumipat na ako sa bagong kape ng bayan.
Tikman ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Capinoy Coffee. Gawa sa purong Arabica at Robusta mula sa pinakamainit na puso ng Pilipinas. Piniling mabuti at inihanda ng may pagmamalasakit.
Tama-tama lang ang tapang at sarap. O mga Kapinoy, subukan nyo ng tikman ang lasa ng bayan.
Tikman na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Capinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Capinoy Coffee.
Capinoy Coffee, masarap na coffee. If it's coffee, it's Capinoy Coffee.
Also available, Capinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Creme. Bili na sa inyong mga suking tindahan.
Mga Kapinoy, tikman nyo na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Capinoy Coffee. Tamang-tama lang tapang at sarap ng kape na tiyak na magigising ka. Kaya subukan na ang bagong Capinoy Coffee. Also available, Capinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Cream mula sa FVS Manufacturing Corporation.
Excellent health, excellent life. EXL Makabuhay Plus.
mas murang alternatibo sa makabuhay, bakit ka maniniwala sa ibang brands? Kaya nga mura, kasi kulang. Huwag tipirin ang iyong kalusugan. PXL Coffee Mix, gawa sa native purple corn, arabica, spirulina, ginseng, ginger, turmeric, ganoderma, mangosteen, malunggay, cinnamon, guava, at rosehip. Tiyak na vegan, gluten-free, at low in caffeine pa. Plus insulin plant na tumutulong magpababa ng mataas na blood sugar level. Siguradong healthy ka with EXL Coffee Mix. EXL Coffee Mix, the non-acidic coffee. Iwas asim sa sikmura at iwas heart palpitation. For a better and healthier you, switch to EXL Makabuhay Plus. Sa EXL Makabuhay, dagdag buhay.
Sipping on McCafe iced coffee, feeling unstoppable.
My fuel, my coffee.
My rhythm, my coffee. Get your McCafe stronger, creamier, and better than our previous iced coffee original blend. 49 pesos na lang at a McDonald's store near you. My coffee, McCafe. My coffee, McCafe. My coffee, McCafe.
McCafe! Happy, happy, happy Pista! Today's fruit salad ang bida! Bibida! Bibida! Ang today's ngayong pista! Meron ng papaya, pinya, cherries at nata. Fresh at number one pa! Today's fruit salad ang bida! Today's blessing they share! Today's they share on today!
Breastfeeding mom ka ba? Tulungan si babying mabusog at malusog. I-try mo na! Morsibit! Your partner in breastfeeding. Nakakatulong. Pampagatas, pampalakas ng immune system at pag-regulate ng blood sugar at cholesterol. Morsibit! Manufactured by Grow Reach Manufacturing Incorporated. For information, call at 0977-899-0045. On hand, makakausap mo si Dr. Edmundo Villalucis, Medical Director and Product Researcher and Developer. Morsibit!
Brush, 3 times a day. Brush to keep cavities away. Brush, but strong. Brush, but Colgate strong. Brush with Colgate.
McCafe na araw-arawin, di ka mabibitin. Pag McCafe ang iyong tinimpla, kaya bilhin na, McCafe na tayo. McCafe na kami, kung hanap mo'y 5-in-1 plus 1. McCafe na.
Cafe, ang sarap ng natural.
Unlock the power of cellular renewal with Ultima Stem Plus. More than a stem cell activator, it's your all-in-one defense against premature aging, oxidative stress, and DNA damage. Protect, repair, and rejuvenate from within. Experience the science of lasting vitality. Ultima Stem Plus.
Makaayog yun sa imong katarapa ang iBerry. Ato paminahon sa testimonya sa naayo sa iBerry.
Ako si Dorothy, store attendant sa Carmen. Nakasulay na ko aning iBerry mga isa ka buwan. Kay gusto ko mawala ang akong katarata. Puwerte ra ba pamula sa akong mata? Og di gyud ko kaklaro inigbasa. Mahal pud ang pagpa-opera. Pero nagpasalamat gyud ko sa iBerry. Kay nakatabang sa akong mata. Unya permanente ko na ni ginatumar kay may alibyo. Daghan salamat sa iBerry.
iBerry mapalit sa Mercury, Rose Pharmacy o sa inyong mga suking butika.
Uy, Ken! Coffee? Thank you, Eric, pero meron na ako nito eh. McCafe.
Ano ba yung McCafe na yan?
Ito yung coffee na may sarap pang natural.
Ang McCafe 5-in-1 plus 1 Coffee Mix. Ang kape may natural na sanggap mula sa pinagsama-samang herbal extract. Kaya para sa kumpletong araw, mag-McCafe ka na. McCafe, ang sarap ng natural.
Cool FM.
Now we return to Asphere's Cafe right here on Cool FM. Yes, we are back. It is now 7:50, 10 minutes before we wrap up our cafe. And yes, we will be getting into 9 to 5 Google as we'll be getting over to the last source of smartphone and Google related news. Okay, so since we have 10 minutes, I will have to check if there will be some changes to to tonight's schedule because again, if I recall, I don't think there will be hangout with Mamon tonight. If I recall that. If I recall, there will be no hangout with Mamon tonight. Just to confirm. Let me just double check. Alright, so yeah. So Momon did say he will not be appearing on Hangout with Momon, that he will need to finish his thesis. So makes sense. Honestly, if I would take over Hangout with Momon, I'm sorry. I will not be doing it because I will be preparing the dinner and have some rest, of course. So yeah, 8 p.m. will likely be Mr. Automation and Let's School Teachers will take over the show. It will keep you updated in time in the meantime. Okay, so as we head over to the last round of the tech news, let's get into 9 to 5 Google. So it looks like the Galaxy Tab S10 FE and FE Plus leak that yeah, it has been leaked. So let's get into this. Coming from 9 to 5 Google, actually let me just zoom in before I continue. I forgot I'm operating, my bad. There we go. Perfect. And also I need to show my logo too. Okay. Okay. One moment, guys. There you go. Okay, perfect. So now let's get into the last round of the tech news that is from 95 Google. And starting off, we have the Galaxy Tab S10 FE and FE Plus. The Galaxy Tab FE series has largely been a success, with the S9 FE becoming one of the best affordable Android tablets on the market. Samsung is planning to offer two models again, the Galaxy Tab S10 FE and FE Plus. Recent leaks have uncovered details surrounding both, showcasing some promising specs. The FE series allows Samsung to offer a more affordable option that largely offers the same experience. This generally means lower end specs with some corners cut around the edges. Still, the devices usually offer a very good experience. Now, with the recent leaks, it shows off the Galaxy C Tab S10 FE and FE Plus specs with new CAE CAD renders for the latter. According to WinFuture, both devices will offer a mid-range CPU in the Exynos 5080 SoC, though much of the device remains similar to the more premium Tab S10. The FE series is set to come with IP68 certification and a metal build. Excuse me. At the smallest size, the Galaxy Tab S10 FE comes in at 10.9 inches across at 2304 x 1440, while the bigger Tab S10 FE Plus brings a 13.1-inch panel at 2880 1800. The panel type for both devices is unknown, though it's likely both will come with an LCD unit. Cost cutting measures, of course. It looks like both models will have 8 gigabytes or 12 gigabytes of RAM and a paired 128 or 256 gigabytes of internal storage configuration, which is a plus. Pardon me with this one. The camera that comes on the tablets isn't entirely exciting. It's a simple 30 megapixel sensor with a flash. Samsung likes to fill FE models with big batteries, and the Tab S10 FE series is no exception. The FE model will come with an 8,000 milliamp battery, and the FE Plus will house a 10,090 milliamp unit. These are really good numbers, which I agree, and it means the Tab S10 FE Plus should be a powerhouse over long periods. It seems both models come with 45-watt wall charging. So if you look at the renders right here, this is the Galaxy Tab S10 FE right here. So yeah. So that's the Tab S10 FE Plus, which we just saw. Overall, I think this is going to be good for budget. This is going to be good for those who are looking forward for in filling their budget while looking for affordable tablets. So this is a plus. All right, moving on, we have a quad-core chip with the X85 5G modem, not chip but a modem, which offers a peak 12.5 gigabits per speed downloads. Wow, 12.5 gigabits per speed. Sorry, 12.5 gigabits per second downloads. It's very impressive download and upload speeds rather. So this was announced part of Mobile World Congress 2025. So Qualcomm announced the X85 5G modem RF for Android with peak download speeds of up to 12.5 gigabits per second and 3.7 gigabits per second uploads. So to compare that from last year, the X80 offered 10 gigabits per second peak downloads and 3.5 gigabits per second upload. So the X85 is Qualcomm's 8th generation 5G modem to antenna solution and 4th generation AI-powered 5G connectivity platform across 5G millimeter wave, sub 6 gigahertz, and satellite. A 5G AI processor with its dedicated tensor accelerator has 30% faster AI inference compared to the previous generation for improvements across latency, coverage, and power efficiency. That can translate to smoother mobile gaming, clearer voice quality in calling apps, and smoother Wi-Fi to cellular transfers. Other world's first capabilities include 3cc plus 1cc turbo DSCA, which stands for Dual SIM Dual Active, downlink carrier acceleration with 400 um, 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 megawatts bandwidth in sub 6 gigahertz with 1024 quad-rotor amplitude modulation, which is quad M, and 3.7 gigabits per second uploads with 4-layer UL carrier aggregation. So it's primarily aimed at Android smartphones, but the Qualcomm X85 is also engineered to support 5G advanced capabilities in PCs, automotive, and other form factors. Qualcomm also included partner support from T-Mobile, Verizon, China Telecom, China Mobile, China Unicom, KTDI, and NTT Docomo. So yeah, there you go. So that's the X85. Nice improvements over the X80, to be honest. Last not least, we have the Motorola and Lenovo Smart Connect app, which is now expanding to all Android devices outside Motorola and Lenovo, which is, I could say, a good rival to Microsoft's phone link. Interesting. So what is Smart Connect? Well, it is an app that allows users to pair their Windows machines to Motorola and Lenovo smartphones and tablets to provide integration between all of the devices. It has some fun features. And now it's expanding to all Android devices. I repeat, all Android devices. You heard that right. And along with that, you're also adding some new features, which are the AI power search feature. Yes, AI search feature. And you can also start your phone's hotspot from the laptop. Very neat. And yeah. So I have to say, pretty nice, if you ask me. Well, about the new features, sadly, you will not get app mirroring and some other features, including AI search, which will remain exclusive to Motorola and Lenovo devices. But the ability to find files from your other devices and several other capabilities will be expanding to other devices. So, yeah, all brands, including Samsung, yes, Samsung, yeah, Samsung, yeah, Samsung, HMD, yeah, all Android devices. I repeat, all Android devices will work with the app, except features exclusive to Motorola and Lenovo. So pretty big boost, that it's now coming to all devices, Android devices. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have exactly reached 8. We have exactly reached to the clock of 8, and that is that brings us to the end of Asper's Cafe tonight. Thank you very much for joining our cafe. And before that, I don't think we will be having a hangout with Mamon because Mamon will be busy with his thesis. So yeah, I don't think that there will be no show for hangout with Mamon tonight. So yeah, I'm going to be hopping up to prepare for dinner as well. So, yep, bear with me because I will start preparing dinner right after I end the show. So, yeah. And I am not sure if there will be Toto ng Lamau later. By the way, speaking of Toto ng Lamau, we will not be having a YouTube live stream until further notice from our fellow DJ until we are given a go signal to do the live stream again on YouTube for Toto ng Lamau. So for the listeners of Toto ng Lamau, if you want to listen, you will have to resort to Twitch, One Life, and of course all my radio box and Xeno platforms. With that, that's it. I am Cairo, filling in for Dream Car Karaoke, and the cafe is now closed. We will see you tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. until 8 p.m., and then we will be back to the usual time slot at 6:30 p.m. next week. Until then, this has been Aspher's Cafe, and we will see you tomorrow. Goodbye for now. Good night.